Imagine an entire army that never truly existed. Tanks made of rubber, cannons carved from wood, and battle sounds echoing through empty fields. Yet this illusion fooled the Nazi war machine and helped win World War II. This is the unbelievable story of the Ghost Army, a secret U.S. unit that used art, sound, and deception instead of bullets. Few people know they ever existed, but without them, the war might have ended very differently. Imagine an entire army that never truly existed. Tanks made of rubber, cannons built from wood, and recorded battle sounds echoing through the fog. Yet this illusion fooled Hitler's war machine and helped win World War II. This is the hidden story of the Ghost Army, a secret U.S. unit that fought with deception instead of bullets. They turned creativity into a weapon, proving that imagination can save lives. It was 1944. Europe was in chaos, cities burning under war. While millions fought with guns, the U.S. Army created something unimaginable, a unit that would fight with deception. Their mission wasn't to kill, but to confuse the enemy. Armed with radios, paint, and sound equipment, they planned to stage battles that existed only in the enemy's mind. The battlefield was no longer physical. It was psychological. They were called the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops. 1,100 men trained not in combat, but in art and illusion. Painters from New York, sound engineers from Hollywood, and designers from art schools joined forces. They were soldiers with brushes and recorders instead of guns. Their job was to make the enemy believe huge divisions existed where there were none, crafting the greatest illusion ever seen in war. They were called the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops. 1,100 men trained not in combat, but in art and illusion. Painters from New York, sound engineers from Hollywood, and designers from art schools joined forces. They were soldiers with brushes and recorders instead of guns. Their job was to make the enemy believe huge divisions existed where there were none, crafting the greatest illusion ever seen in war. Sight could deceive, but sound completed the illusion. Massive speakers blasted recordings of tanks, explosions, and marching boots that echoed for miles. German scouts listening in the dark believed a huge army was approaching. In truth, there were only a few soldiers, artists behind microphones, crafting the noise of war. They controlled fear itself with speakers and sound, turning silence into chaos. Their first mission came in France, near the German border. The Ghost Army built fake camps, radio chatter, and endless noise to mimic a division on the move. German spies saw tanks and heard engines, so they shifted forces to defend the wrong location. When the dust cleared, thousands of lives were saved. For the artists of war, it was proof that illusion could win battles without bloodshed. Operation after operation, the Ghost Army perfected their art. They created moving lights to mimic vehicles, fake radio messages to imitate entire units, and camouflage so real it fooled aerial spies. Every mission was a deadly performance. If caught, they'd be executed as spies. Yet they completed more than 20 operations without exposure. They were actors in the deadliest theater on Earth. When the war ended, the Ghost Army vanished from history. Their names were sealed in secret files. No one outside the military knew what they'd done. No medals, no public thanks, only silence. For decades, their story was locked away, forgotten under layers of classified reports. Their triumphs remained hidden, their courage unspoken. The world never knew that artists had helped end a global war. In the 1990s, their secret finally surfaced. Declassified U.S. documents revealed the truth about the Ghost Army, a unit that used illusion to save countless lives. The surviving members, now old and gray, were honored at last. The world was amazed. Artists and dreamers had turned deception into a weapon of mercy. What was once hidden in shadows was now celebrated in light. Their story carries a lesson deeper than history. The Ghost Army proved that war is not only fought with bullets, it's fought with intelligence, art, and imagination. When violence ruled the world, they chose creativity. Their courage showed that the mind can be stronger than any weapon. In every illusion, they built hope, and in every fake tank, they saved real lives. Many of them said later, "We were artists pretending to be soldiers." Their mission was never about destruction. It was about protection. Each fake tank meant one less real death. Behind every illusion stood compassion and courage. They painted peace with deception and turned creativity into a shield. That was the heart of the Ghost Army's genius, art used to preserve life.